As a business owner or entrepreneur, one of the biggest advantages that you can give yourself is to consistently ask what happens a year from today. And when you take a look at the business horizon, what is 1 year out that can change the trajectory of business, and how does it help you? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Sylvan, coming to you live from Consulting Secrets on a perfect day to talk about growth, opportunities, AI, and a fantastic day to talk about you. When you take a look at what's happening in technology and what's happening in the marketplace, there's AI, and then there's a secondary conversation that comes along with automation and vibe coding. And if you know these two things, you can absolutely use them to your advantage, or find the people to hire to use them to your advantage so that your team moves faster. Now, AI by itself, there is Grok, there's Perplexity, there's ChatGPT, there's a whole bunch of different flavors. And for you to just get started and saying, hey, what are some questions that I have about my product, my service, my offer? What are some things that I could be doing with marketing? Allows you to move faster. Today, right now, there are people who are like, nah, AI, not gonna use it. Same thing that people were saying about computers 30 years ago. Computers, they're just a fad. It is a mistake to look at business this way. So, one of the easiest ways to move the needle for you is to find your department which can move the needle the fastest. So this is gonna be sales and marketing. Sales and marketing are the two places where you can move the needle the fastest and have the maximum amount of results for your organization. So what you could do is you could go to your favorite flavor of AI and create multiple marketing campaigns, because there's this thing called ad fatigue. Today, an ad can go for about 14 days before people are like, I've seen this before and it's not boring. Or it just doesn't hit and it doesn't get the attraction that you wanted. So if you're using AI to your advantage, what that means is you could come up with multiple different ideas, concepts, and angles and test them. You don't have to spend a ton of money to test. You can spend like $50 over 2 days. And then you're testing 4, 5, 6 different ad campaigns to figure out which one's giving you the most amount of lift. Old school marketing, they had this thing called the control. And what the control was, it was the best ad that was running. And so what companies would do is they would say, we're gonna take 75% of our ad budget and we're gonna spend money towards the control. And then we're gonna take 25% of our ad budget and we're gonna put 2 or 3 different ads out there and see which ones give us better lift, which ones give us better leads. You can do this for your business. Now, next on this list is sales. Figuring out how you can adapt your sales process. A couple of closing per month or a couple of closing per week at the end of the year is a huge number. So you should be taking a look and saying, how can we utilize AI for not just marketing, but also sales to communicate better, faster, stronger? And AI can automate emails, AI can automate text messages, AI can automate conversations and follow-up. All the things that salespeople typically don't like to do. You can put a computer to it, and as long as that program's running uncorrupted, it'll follow your commands. As long as everything's connected and you pay the bills, congratulations, what you're gonna find is you have the ability to move faster. So here's your game plan. Today, you spend, if you've never played on AI, spend 30 minutes asking the deepest questions like, what happens if my marketing fails? How do I make my sales team better? And then what you're gonna find is you get better with prompts or questions or commands over time. In the beginning, I sucked. In the beginning, I really did suck when it came to writing prompts and commands. Today, I would say I'm pretty good because I've done thousands of these interactions. And then last on this list is your ability to use AI to have conversations. Now, I got my phone right here, and what I got is my agent that I like to talk to, and I call her Samantha. I'm gonna call on Samantha, right? So it says, what can I help you with today? Samantha? Samantha, are you there?
Hey Scott, I'm right here. What's on your mind today?
Can we talk about learning models?
Absolutely, we can dive into learning models. Just let me know what angle you're interested in, like if you mean personal learning models, business training frameworks, or maybe even how AI learns.
I want to talk about marketing learning models.
Got it. So we're talking about learning models specifically for marketing. That's a fun area. There's a whole bunch of approaches from classic marketing education models to more modern frameworks. For example, you've got things like the AIDA model, which is that old school attention, interest.
Thank you, Samantha. You can absolutely look up any topic, idea, content, or strategy that you want to use. If you really wanted to, you could go and say, hey, you can look up Sun Tzu, Art of War, and say, we're going to go through each individual tenet in the Art of War. You should be using AI to your absolute advantage, along with automation, things like vibe coding, to figure out how you could work better, faster, stronger in your marketplace. Your competition, the faster you do this, the sooner your competition is going to be left behind. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here, just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Aloha and mahalo.